Christmas is right around the corner, and if you're looking for ways to spread that holiday cheer without breaking your budget, we have some ideas for you.
The holidays are a special time to spend with family and friends. They're also a busy time for events, parties, and entertaining. Lifestyle expert Moll says you should remember to bring something special for the hostess of those great Christmas dinners and parties. Moll has unique holiday hostess gift ideas that are inexpensive, easy to make, and unforgettable.
Please welcome back to the 700 Club, the magical Moll Anderson.
Oh,
you can make things out of nothing. It's amazing.
Oh, you're too kind.
How did you get started doing all of this designing?
Well, you know, I didn't even realize I was doing it at the time. I was just really broke and a single mom at the time.
That's motivation.
And I was always trying to create more for him.
Yeah.
And so it just was a natural thing. And then people started telling me, you're really good at this. You could get paid for doing it.
How did you become the Transformer? People started calling you that.
Well, I got that nickname because I would walk into a space, and for some reason, I have the ability to see it finished. In my mind.
Oh, see, I wish I had that gift. I would really love that. So you can go into a place that's nothing. And
trust me, you don't want it, because you spend all your time looking at the space and thinking, I could redo that over there, or I could fix
put that there, and I'd change that color, and all of that. Well, you believe that there are 5 things that are must-haves that we all ought to have in our little repertoire of things in our homes so that we can make the best of everything. What are they?
Yes, that's paint, lighting, music, flowers, and fabric. Ooh. Always. Those things are essential to creating any space or any tablescape or any gift like we're going to do today.
And we're going to start with fabric today, right?
We are going to start
tell
with
me
fabric.
about what we're making.
Well, this is really fun. You know, I'm so big on hostess gifts. We're getting ready to go to a lot of parties, and I truly believe you never show up empty-handed, because that person's opening their home too, as we talked about.
And you know how many times I have gotten ready to go to someone's house and thought, oh my goodness, I didn't pick up anything, I didn't do anything. So this is great.
Well, and what we're going to do is, and we'll talk about the things we can put in these, but you can pick up bottles everywhere. Like, this is a fabulous bottle here with a cork, and you can put anything in them. And you know, a lot of times the gourmet shops have wonderful olive oils and vinegars, but they're very expensive. So I'm going to show you in just a bit what you can do to keep that cost effective.
Okay.
But more importantly, presentation, as you know, I always say, is everything.
It is everything.
So what I'm going to do is show you how to make this no-sew cover.
Okay.
And this is kind of exciting because you can go pick up remnants, which are very inexpensive. And this one is some red velvet, and I've already done one side. And the idea is you take your bottle and you lay it on the fabric, turn the fabric inside out. And I've already cut this piece, but you would set it about 1 inch from the bottom, and you want to do about 2 to 3 inches on each side, okay? So I've cut both sides. It's that simple. My fabric's inside out. Now, this is one of my most favorite things of all.
Oh, is that iron-on stuff?
Yes, no soap tape. No sew tape.
That works for me, girl.
Yes, it's wonderful. And what you do, and let me move this bottle here.
Here,
I'm going to move this out of the way. It's a heavy piece. I'm going to take the piece like this, and you just measure the length. This is so easy that you stop thinking about trying to measure and making it perfect, and you just tear it off. And I'm going to show you, I've already done this side here. And look how that adheres. It's really wonderful. So I'm going to take this, lay it just on the inside, just like you would be doing if you were hemming a skirt or something like that. And you can literally wait till the last minute to do this. That's why I love this. And, of course, that's how I figured it out. I waited until the last minute. And
that's why we love you.
Yeah,
we relate to you.
It's just we're keeping it real here. And I'm going to put that inside, pull that down, and then scoot this whole thing down. And then I'm going to take this very hot iron, like so. And you're just going to press down. And it's important that the iron be nice and hot.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do after I do this is we're going to let it set and cool, and I'm going to show you what we're going to put inside the bottles. And while it cools, we will do that.
All right. Look at some other ideas.
So we're going to leave that just like that. All right.
Leave the iron here. And what do you have? Let's start down here.
We've got all kinds of things here. Isn't this beautiful?
Wow.
Well, this is another idea for a hostess gift.
You can come to dinner at my house anytime, girlfriend.
Well, what's really cool about this piece is it's actually a picnic basket. This is a brick of oasis that's been soaked in water. And this is what I was talking about, sticking all the flowers in.
Wow.
And that's what I've got in this side of the basket here. And it's in a little plastic container, so there's no divider
There's no moisture in the basket.
No,
You're just putting it in a
like a little
baggie.
Plastic. It could be a baggie. That's another great tip. Right out of Terry's mouth. And then we put that in the side, and we took the flowers and put them directly into the oasis. So those are all set. Put a few of the greens that I've picked up, and a beautiful bow, and then a wonderful bottle of apple cider, sparkling apple cider to be festive, and 2 beautiful glasses, and look at these gorgeous napkins I found.
Those are so you're really giving them a centerpiece for the holiday, but
We
also
are.
a very usable gift for afterwards.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
And,
That's
you know,
great.
not only a hostess gift, wouldn't that make a great engagement gift
Oh,
or
wow.
something fun?
Yes, yes, and
Which is wonderful. Now, to the bottles we were talking about. Here's a couple here, and you know what's
What is
inside
that?
those?
I don't know.
Those
Sugar?
are sea salts.
Sea salts,
Which are great for baths.
For baths.
Now,
I love the containers.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but they're very expensive in stores. Well, I found out online you can go and you can order sea salts, and they come in many colors. And here's just a few here so you can see the texture. It is really rock salt, which I really love. And this can be just thrown in handfuls into a tub. And what a beautiful gift. And so we found these bottles and some of these beautiful crosses, which I love to decorate with, and some crystals, and put a beautiful bow on it. And isn't that gorgeous?
It really is.
I mean, if
that
someone came to my door with that, they would
expensive.
definitely be coming back.
Yes, they would be. They would be.
And then here's the olive oil.
You've got some wonderful herbs here.
Yes, and I love this because you go to any of the wonderful gourmet shops, and again, the olive oils and the balsamic vinegars are very expensive. So I've come up with this great economic way. We found these bottles, and you can really personalize these. You know your friends, so you know if they eat garlic or they don't eat garlic, or they like spice. We love spice in our household. So we really go for the red peppers, and then there's like the rosemary and the thyme. And you literally fill the bottles with the olive oil and only fill them up a certain way, amount
Can
high
I turn
here.
this around to the camera
yes.
so you can see the peppers as they're in there?
Isn't
You
that
really
fabulous?
kind of layered things in there,
You layer
haven't
them in
you?
there.
Yeah.
And I
There's
learned the hard
rosemary
way.
and the chili
Don't
peppers.
fill it up all the way at first. And you can use a funnel, which is awesome. You fill that up. And they're beautiful. And then these toppers are on sale everywhere. They're everywhere.
What
Aren't
a
they
great
beautiful?
idea.
These are like old crystal doorknobs and beautiful crosses. And then here's some other pieces. These are like crystal napkin rings.
So you just kind of look for these as you're out shopping. You see them and you make sure that you've got a quantity at home.
And who doesn't have olive oil in their cabinet?
And I love pouring fresh olive oil into those because they're so pretty. I don't want to take them off my counter.
Well, these are so aromatic that you can just pour it right over pasta.
What a great idea.
Well, let's check this out. I think we're good. And what we do is we pull from the bottom. We may have to just sort of
inside out
fudge it a little bit here. And usually I'd give it a little more time to dry, but for the sake of television, we will, hold on here. We're going to just sort of roll that down. And then we'll take our bottle and stick this in here, and hopefully it's not too hot that I will burst that. And then take the scissors and cut off the ends. And this is just, you know, yes, if you could hold that, that would be wonderful. Thank you. You are quite handy.
Thank you.
And then a beautiful bow.
That just kind of cinches it all together. And then you've got this fabulous top.
The little topper. And now we could have put anything in this from bath salts to vinegar to olive oil. And isn't that pretty?
Oh, my goodness. It's beautiful.
And that's just so easy. And you don't have to think about it in advance.
Gift.
And we could add something else to it if we wanted to. Here's one I did out of burlap. This has got a more earthy country appeal.
I love
And it's gorgeous. And again, just using burlap. It doesn't have to be expensive fabric. It could be a leftover blanket or bedspread or something that you've had that you love the fabric.
The great thing about burlap is that kind of rough edge.
It's really cool.
It goes with it.
Yes,
it's great. You don't have to do too much.
And then
this is beautiful.
Isn't this pretty? Again, the Oasis that we've talked about. We're going to become the Oasis Club here. And we're going to put that inside here. And using ornaments and just some of the pieces like you see here that you can pick up at just about any hobby store anymore. And then they have a wonderful basket when they're done. And you walk in the door with this and you set that down. And they've got a centerpiece.
Yes, exactly.
So they are thrilled with that.
It's beautiful. And I'm an orchid fan.
This
is absolutely beautiful.
This is my most favorite trick because literally these are orchids that we just buy at the grocery store. They come already in the little containers, and I just stuck them inside there, and then we picked out this beautiful moss. It just comes in sheets of this. Yes. And then all we do, keeping the orchids in their containers, we're going to put the moss and cover that, and then we added a beautiful bow.
That is really pretty, and it really looks great with these shiny leaves
Isn't that
of
gorgeous?
the orchid. It's beautiful.
I just think that's so beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
I would love to have that at my house.
I would like to have somebody show up with that at my house. Well, if you'd like more tips, you need to check out Moll's book. It's called Change Your Home, Change Your Life. You can find out how to get a copy on cbn.com. These are awesome ideas, and your book is beautiful. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with more of the 700 Club right after this. Stay with us. Absolutely beautiful. So